Hello everyone. Yesterday I finally got to the point in my project where I needed to start working on my own 3D assets. But when I wanted to import them into Godot, I ran into some issues when I wanted to mess with some of the settings of the animation layer. So I'll show you how you can import your models into Godot and mess with these settings. And I'll also show you how you can attach a 3D object to a bone on your model. So first, let's move the sword so that we can keep it, and then we can delete this and find the copy of your model in the file system and either drag it into the 3D world or drag it over to the scene tab and give it whatever parent node you want it to have. Then you want to right click it, make it local. And as you can see, all the data we want to access is now here. But if we go to the animation player and try to make it loop, it will show up this warning. And that's because we're trying to change the settings of some data that's actually located in the model file itself. And Godot sees these model files as scenes, as you can see by the icon next to them. These are all individual scenes as far as Godot is concerned, but they are special and you can't change certain aspects of them because Godot will not modify certain data files that are not its own scenes. It refuses to modify these models. So what we need to do is take all this data and either make it its own T scene, like a Godot T scene, or make it a subnode of some other scene that we already have. Now, of course, I already have a scene set up uh, for this, so I'm just going to Control S, and now I can make it loop because all of this data is now part of the bone test.tscene file, which is separate from bone test.glb. And once I do that, the animation works just fine, and it loops, and I can change it. So there's that part done. It took me a while to find out how to do that. Now, if we want to attach another model, a separate model, to a bone on our creature, what we need to do is add a bone attachment 3D node. Now, of course, you can directly put this onto the skeleton, but if you add it through this menu, like I've done, none of the bones you're looking for will show up. Now, you need to take it and make it a child of the skeleton that will be attached to. So the sword has a bone itself that I've given it, but since we are going to attach the sword to a bone on our creature here, we need to make the bone attachment a sub node or child of the creature's skeleton, not the sword skeleton. Now, once it's there, you can find the drop down, go over here and find the drop down in the inspector tab, and every bone that's a part of the skeleton that is its parent will show up here. And I made a grip bone for holding onto objects. And once you have that selected, you can take whatever 3D object it is that you want to attach. Any node 3D is fine. And just go ahead and make it a child of that bone attachment. And once you've done that, it will move with the bone. But if your positioning is messed up like this, because we had it there from the earlier instance of this creature, you can just go over here and undo the transforms, and it should kind of line up. Might be rotated depending on how the 3D model of your item to be attached is dealt with. But once you've done that, you'll have it attached and it will move with the 3D model. So that's that.